Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today. Today I am sharing my Thursday tips and tricks and maybe a little technique every now and then. So it is Thursday, and what I thought I would share with you today is something that you can repurpose. I am all about recycling, repurposing things, not trying to fill up the landfill with trash. So something I came across was when you purchase your photopolymer stamp sets. So here's a brand new stamp set, perfectly wrapped. Just got it yesterday. If you saw my haul yesterday, you would have seen it. So when you open it up, it's photopolymer. Okay, and what I do with my photopolymer stamps is there's a protective layer. It's a very thin sheet. And then there's the one that's the printed one. I just kind of slap that on. Yeah, I said slap it on or place it on inside the stamp set container. So then I could close that up. Now, when you do that, you're left with this, it's a thin piece of clear sheeting. Now, if you have older stamp sets, when first photopolymer came out, they gave you a thicker piece. This one comes from the Crazy About You. So when they made these, the piece of plastic, and this has two sets of stamps, actually. It's a very large stamp set. I kind of stick inside here the printed sheet. You could put a little glue dot or something. And I have that on one side and that on the other. So then when I close it, I can see my stamps, and this way I'll know if something's missing. So back to where I was going with this. The older ones have a little bit heavier. This is more like what we sell in the catalog. They're called window sheets, and I know you really can't see because it's a window sheet clear. Now, we do sell in the catalog, we do sell window sheets. I'm in the US, so in the US they're $5, and you get 2 sheets, and they're 12 by 12 in size. So I'm all about saving a buck here and there. That's $5 I can use toward another new stamp set or something. So instead of throwing these pieces of acetate and clear window sheets away, I save them. You know, I like to, okay, I admit it, I'm a hoarder of stamping supplies. But anyhow, I save them, and let me close this up and get this out of the way. And when I want to do either a shaker card, or we have this brand new stamp set that is like to die for, the Jar of Love, which this you'll get 2. I already took it off because I already used them. You'll get 2 of them because this is a large stamp set too. So if I wanted to use, like in these cards, I don't know if you can see, here's one of them that I created, and on here I literally stamped the jar right on this is the thin one, it's very thin, and put a little white backing behind it. This one is an actual window sheet. So like they look the same, they're crystal clear. Here's another one that I used one of the heavier weight pieces of acetate, and I stamped on that one. So rather than spending the extra money to buy the 12 by 12, unless you need something larger than these, which, you know, these are basically, well, they're 2 different sizes actually, but the size of a card front would be. You can stamp on these. So what I would recommend is using a StazOn, because this is a permanent ink, and it's perfect for surfaces that are plastic or window sheet kind of things. So let me show you how easy it is to do. I have one of the jars from the Jar of Love. So I'm just going to ink this up well, and I hope this, yeah, it looks pretty juicy. I have a few StazOn pads, so I never know which one I had just used. So now this is the flimsy one. So let's take a gander. Let's see how this one looks. Now you do want to be careful when you're stamping on these acetate sheets or window sheets, because they are slippery. So lift that off. there we go. Look at, that's like perfect. And I mean, you're going to back this up with something, so you know you can repurpose that. Let's try it on one of the heavier weight. You can also qualify this as being a window sheet, except it was free in your stamp set. Yep, I said it, free, but you know the saying, if it's free, it's for me. Now again, you do want to be careful. I'm just kind of pressing down not to slide, because it's very easily you can slide. And I'm going to hold this down when I lift. And then look at that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So then you can set that aside to dry, and you will want to clean your stamp when you're done. But this will make it look very realistic. This one I put the little fireflies actually underneath. I adhered them to the piece of white that I just used my coordinating, where are they here? I have so many fun goodies here to play with. I just can't wait. The everyday jar framelits that coordinate with it, and if you purchase them together in a bundle, you'll save 10%. And again, more savings, right? So all the little components are actually in here. You don't even have to go ahead and fussy cut anything. So 3 sizes of jars are in this set. So put this aside and just show you. I would, of course, let that dry. You would put this over the top of it. Then go ahead and run that through your Big Shot and cut it out. You could actually put your white right behind it as well and cut them both out at the same time. Or if you didn't want to do that, I mean, you can fussy cut it, but why fussy cut and waste time when you can just go ahead and use the coordinating framelits. So I hope that this little tip and technique will help you to use up some of your things that maybe you might have thrown in the trash. So again, thank you for stopping in. Please feel free to visit my blog, where I post all sorts of samples, and you'll see a really cool one on there yesterday with using the jar. And you can also check out my demonstrator website, where I have my events posted, and also order 24/7 online in your jammies or, you know, whatever, you know. So, all right. Again, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a super Stampin' day, and I'll talk with you real soon. Bye-bye.